My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, where we have 3 current active requests. The first request is for a left-wing arena, which means I pick all of the cards on the left-hand side and then play with that deck, which is also the hero on the left-hand side. The second request is best cards only, irrespective of curve, pick the best card in every pack, and then there's a request for a 12-win priest. So, how do I feel? Well, I feel like I'm gonna waste 150 gold. Probably no matter what I do. I don't know, I could probably go well in the priest run. Actually, with the amount of gold I have, I can probably afford to throw away 150. Let's do left wing. Valera is the character on the left, so what we are going to be doing is picking every single character that is very far on the left. So this is actually the best of the pack, so I'm really happy about that. This could help with aggression, maybe? Okay, now we're starting to get some bad ones. I'm not exactly certain... Oh, great, Mad Scientist, excellent. Oh god, Mad Scientist over the Mech Yeti. Assassin's Blade is good. Deadly Poison is good. Oh, we might actually get an okay dex. Blade Flurry, Frost Elemental. This actually would have been a really good deck if we didn't take the challenge on this one. We have fair amounts of aggression. Our curve isn't working out too horribly, surprisingly. It's just our 3s and our 4s are so weak. Our removal's pretty low as well. It's another pint-sized. There's the Gnomish for some card draw. Archmage. I'm not even looking at the rest of the cards because I'm starting to realize that I'm gonna feel really, like, just soul crushed if I looked at the rest of the cards, because then I'll know what I've missed out on, right? So instead, I'm just gonna pick. Alright, now let's do a fairly quick summation of this deck. It's bad, right? But is it as bad as it could be? So our early game consists of Zombie Chow, Goldshire, because we can use our dagger to supplement the damage to kill a 3-2. Guess Shiv, Annoyatron. Okay, so we have enough early game. It's just we can't mulligan from 2-2s because 2-2s are actually our strongest early game, except for the 1-drop 2-3. Zombie Chow is so fucking strong, man. Cold Light Seer. 3s are pretty bad. 4s are basically non-existent. 5 is actually a really strong slot for us. So basically, hit turn 5, try to win game with Cold Blood Concealed, Deadly Poison, Assassin's Blade, Assassinate, and Bomb Lobber to clear the way. And just push through with damage. It could work. I'm gonna guess 2 wins, right? And the reason I think we might get 2 wins is because we just... I don't fucking know, man. I really want 2 wins. That's basically why I'm guessing 2 wins, because 2 wins would be pretty dope. Alright. Damn it, I was about to change my seating position before I realized that when I sit cross-legged, it actually heats up my body temperature and makes me really uncomfortable. So instead, I'm just going to adjust the microphone until it is out of frame, just a little bit. Excellent, and sit here and say, welcome to the new year. This is the first Hearthstone Arena recorded in this year. Oh, I miss it. I've missed it. I really have.
Watch your back.
That could be surprisingly good. So, it's an unstable ghoul to protect a Demolisher. If I could get the Deadly Poison, it would be amazing. Otherwise, it's just okay. We've moved back to coffee rather than energy drinks, because energy drinks are expensive. Whereas shitty instant coffee, not at all expensive. Ooh, it's like 20 cents a cup. It's brilliant. So, I should probably mention, this is a request by... Oh, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this name. Asaf Simkovic? Simkovic? Regardless, thank you for your suggestion. These are always some of the most fun ones. So I really can't wait to see exactly how this goes. But then again, they also are fun for a different reason, because they can become extremely frustrating. Which is fun in a different way. Okay. I guess I have 2 choices of my 2-drop. Where's the fire button? Oh, there we go. Alright. We have actively set up what we need to have happen, and goodbye, rocket. What else can we do on this map? It's gotta be... Oh. Okay. Get some sparks on the fuse. Do I just hold it open and the sparks go on the fuse? Oh, does that not work? Like, there's 2 fuses right next to it. Like, you'd assume that the sparks hit the fuses basically explode, right? How many times do I have to do this? Does it not even happen? Come on. This person is the slowest player of all time, by the way.
Waits for no one.
Like, is this person dead? That's why I'm entertaining myself with the fucking map. This person is actually clearly deceased. Someone needs to come to their house and... What? Is that... We did it! First try! Oh my god, we're lagging. We did it first try. So what I wanted to do is obtain boot meta. And if you know what boot meta is, it's on this... There's a certain other map, I don't know what area it is meant to emulate. But you can grow boots in a garden. And now we have our boot here, so we are actually fairly well adhering to boot meta, having summoned a boot on a map. Of course, the other one, you have to get 3 boots for it to be full boot meta, so... You know, you're wasting your own time with that, unless you are really good at boot meta. It's difficult, guys. It really is. Because I'm not going to be able to develop anything next turn, I decided to dagger up. Okay, so the person is back. Means daggering up was probably a bad idea. So I do have huge board advantage, but it's not... I don't have really good minions on my board, right? If you swipe this, these 2 die. Ooh. Really? I mean, now you can't develop a minion. So I guess if that gets hit with the demolish, I'll just run minions into it and it'll die. But otherwise I might have to assassinate it. Wrath? You can't act wrath upon my face. You can't naturalize my face either, so I guess... What? You've done it in the wrong order. Now the voodoo... are you okay, buddy?
Here we go.
Okay, re-dagger up. Zombie chow plus gold shift footman. Easy. Easy first game, because the opponent left. But it's still an easy first game, because they left. Right. This has nothing to do with skill. They just accidentally went AFK. And then, hopefully, they'll lose their first match because of it. Our deck is actually of such low quality that we could easily lose this still.
Let the pain
Hey, that might get hit with the Demolisher and give my opponent 2 cards. I mean, we basically had free reign for 4 turns, and we have done fuck all damage. Hit this. Or the face, I guess.
handle it.
So this makes me vulnerable to a lot of stuff, including swipe. But it is my position that if the opponent had swipe, they would have swiped by now. Maybe I did that wrong. Maybe I should have traded everything and just developed one big threat, like a Boulder Pistoga. But then I lose badly, tempo-wise at least, not value-wise, to naturalize. Starfall's also pretty bad. Okay, we're fine. Depending on what the Demolisher hits, I might assassinate it or I might not. I still don't know if I'll assassinate that. So what's the benefits of assassinating? Not really much. I mean, especially because we're coming up to turn 7 and turn 8, where the druid is going to have way bigger minions.
It is very hard.
No, what I want to do now is just attack, 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 attack. And then I'm going to use Conceal for a level of safety against the possibility of a top deck swipe. But I'm still very vulnerable to the Starfall AoE. But if you use Starfall AoE, I will kill you with the Bolt of Stoga. So basically the game is over at this point.
Pay attention, class.
Okay. Innovate Starfall. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That is pretty good.
Ready to learn.
I mean, I will assassinate it and immediately remove it, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, sure. And boom goes the dynamite. I'm not gonna fuck around with this guy because this guy, this girl, this person, because they clearly just weren't here for the first few minutes of the match, which means they were going to lose, even against my shitty deck. So I'm not certain if I should count that as a win, right? Like I'm gonna change the score data for a second here. Banana boat. I will change the score data, but at the very end, if we go like, you know, 1 win, 3 losses, right? If we lose the next 3 matches, I think I'll just count it as 0-3. Just in my mind, right? So if we only go 2 wins, basically what I'm saying is we won't have achieved our prediction of 2 wins.
Valera versus Garrosh.
This is a really bad deck. It's actually, like, the more I think about it, the way, way, way worse it is. That's a solid curve. I mean, it'll have to be.
Greetings.
The pleasure is
So I can go super, super aggressive right now, and I'm going to. The super aggressive play is to play the pint-sized summoner this turn, rather than the Gold Shear Footman. If my opponent has a Fiery War Axe, I'm fucked. If they don't, I get to get the Iron Fur Grizzly out, and I actually kickstart my progression on this board.
Coming through.
I also have really shitty minions, but the Gnomish Experimenter, right? So Gnomish Experimenter, Battlecry, draw a card if it's a minion, transform it into a chicken, right? But... Ooh. I guess the problem with this, mostly at least, is the fact that the chicken is a 1/1/4/1, right? So it actually costs you a mana,
Ready for action.
whereas, you know, with an effect like that, you'd expect a Wisp, right? A 0 mana 1/1, but it's actively bad. If you miss that and hit this, I'll be good. It's probably going to be this Deadly Poison for that. Boo. Alright.
Here we go.
I know what I have to do. That goes across there. That also goes across there. And then drop that experimentation. Oh, hey! We actually have a surprising amount of weapons, well, 1 weapon, and spells in this deck. So, not always going to discard us, but a lot of the time it is. I'm not sure if I'm happy or sad about that one. So I can clear the board, but the thing is, when I clear the board, I can't refill it with anything valuable. So is it worth my while clearing the board?
Here we go.
The control player inside me would be really angry if I didn't make those trades. I mean, I guess I get to freeze something next turn. Hopefully he plays something really big. I get to freeze it next turn. It's frozen for a turn, and then it gets back to my turn, and I get to assassinate it. That's not good. This is interesting. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +2 attack. So if I betrayal it, what happens? Whoops. That's actually really important that he summoned the Acidic Swamp Ooze, because now Bomb Lobber won't kill the Burly Rockjaw Trog by itself. Next turn it will. With the help of a weapon, of course. Damn it! What did I just say about this seating position? Guess that's the assassinate target, but then I have to kill this first. Okay, that makes sense. Kill that first, assassinate, develop zombie champion. So we do have value over our opponent, and our hand is actually quite good. We have quite good cards in our hand. It's just we can't rely on top decking anything worthwhile. Oh, you fucker. That's actually one of the best minions in the entire game.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna attack the face. So, he can heal 5 from this, but I still have 15 damage coming out of this. I need to top deck Shiv Eviscerate or something like that. I can't kill that that boom, or I will lose the game. And now I've just lost. That's actually how... It's fine, yeah, sure, it's fine. Okay. I'm not even gonna attempt to play this game well, by the way. This is straight up boom. There's nothing I can do, right? Dr. Boom into Sludge Belcher after Armor Smith against aggression. Yeah, I've lost. Second Warmaul, okay. Oh god. This is what I said about throwing money away in the arena. These runs often become exactly that.
I give up.
No matter what I did that turn, I would have lost next turn. No, it wasn't. Shut up. It's always annoying when someone, like, resoundly beats you. And they're like, well played. And you're like, you don't mean that. You're being a dick, aren't you? I can tell. I can tell. A very finely tuned dick sense. I know what I said. So we are currently 0-1. Hang on. Let me fix this up.
Valera versus
Mage. This is gonna be bad. It's all gonna be bad. Let's be honest with ourselves. I mean, like, it's not gonna get better at any point. It's mulligan for a 3, hopefully. It's not what I meant, video game, but okay. We're actually getting surprisingly good openings. Basically, if my opponent doesn't play a minion this turn, or doesn't have Frostbolt in their hand, or Flame Cannon, I guess, then we're gonna have an okay opening. Well, it's actually not a good opening. Hang on, let me retract that statement. It's not a good opening. It is a bad opening, yes. It would be a good opening if we had good cards in our deck. However, we do not, and therefore it is a bad opening, but it is the best opening which we are currently capable of. This is why minion value is super important. We can't really do much right now with our super low value minions. So it'll live after attack ping, so I actually do have to shiv. Plus it lets me draw a card. I actually have a fairly high density of spells still left in my deck, so the Gnomish Experimenter might just straight up draw me a card. We might also be able to slow down our opponent's tempo this turn, like that. Unless they play something afterwards. So we need a 2-drop right now, so that we can dagger and play the 2. That's not a 2. Okay, so this lives. It survives against the Loot Hoarder. Which is the only reason to play it. Having the Assassin's Blade in hand this early, especially with the Blade Flurry, actually might win me the game. That would be if my opponent has an aggressive deck, I get to use the Assassin's Blade to remove value minions or put them down to low enough health to the point that I can Blade Flurry and clear the opposing board.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Don't hit my dude. Okay. I've got Deadly Poison. Damn it. Kinda want a Deadly Poison now. You know, developing this earlier is better
Here
than later,
we
so...
go.
This is far, far better than the Bomb Lobber plan. Because the Bomb Lobber dies to a 3-2, whereas I can just pound my face into dudes all day long. Mana Worm. Don't play Mirror Image. Is it Mirror Image or Mirror Entity? Because I don't know which, I'll play the Bomb Lobber first. Okay. That is the correct kill. Okay, and it's gonna summon itself. No! What? Duplicate? Okay.
Here we
Fine with that,
go.
though. I guess I'm fine with the duplicate. Mana Worms are probably less useful, though. Depending on the density of spells in my opponent's deck, actually. They've drafted a Mana Worm, they probably have
Here we go.
a fair, at the very least, fair amount of spells. So if you draft Mana Worms, you're usually pretty confident that you have spells to combo with it. So I've seen a Frostbolt so far, I've seen a Duplicate. I guess that means that I think that there are going to be a lot of Fireballs in this deck. Just based off of that. Okay. Play another minion. Damn it. Well, here's our Blade Flurry. Just on time as well. Oh, right, plus spell damage. Oh, so I don't even need to trade a minion off. I guess I'll actually freeze it this turn, and then just go for the face. And the freezes, though, is so that I can do the dagger up and then hit it on a turn where that's going to be more mana efficient for me. The thing I do have to worry about is if I dagger up and hit it, I put myself at 11 health. So, since he has 2 mirror images and what, 3 or 4 Sorcerer's Apprentices so far? Wait, did get some from the duplicate. That basically tells me that, yeah, they did have a good opening for it. It's just they hadn't drawn into it at the point that we were talking.
Here we go.
Well, but now I'm in the range of 2 fireballs killing me. Actually, 1 fireball will do it at the moment, so... Guess that just means that I need to play out all of my stuff. I probably should have done this first in case I draw Betrayal, but I didn't, so it's fine. Yep, there's our 1/1/1 chicken. Most useless. Sorry, who said that? Alright. I guess this is the turn we find out if we die. If the opponent tries to control the board from this state and they don't have, like, really big control, then they're gonna lose. Okay. I was thinking about Flame Strike as big control. This is not big control.
Just me and Mr. Fight.
Oh man, look at the savings. I get to save 1 mana casting that. So Cold Blood this guy, use it to remove you.
Here we go.
wonder how much I want to control the board. I mean, I guess I have to completely control the board, otherwise I die to too many things.
Coming through.
Oh, right, already attacked. Okay. This seems pretty good to me so far. Unless that's direct damage, I'm gonna expect... Oh. Really? I would have expected the Worgen to run into it anyway, and then just use the Fire Blast on it. Betrayal is gonna be really good for board clear, but not this turn. And also, I actually cannot afford to trade 2 minions into that, or I will lose the game. I need my opponent to be scared enough to think that this is an Eviscerate that I cannot combo yet. So let's think about it. 4 damage plus 1, right?
They are bend to my command.
Basically, it puts me in range of the Flame Strike. That's about it. Flame Strike, sorry, the Fireball. Everything else that I would have died to, I will die to anyway, so that's fine. Attack. Cast that.
Coming through.
Clear the board.
Here we go.
If we had better cards, we would be in such a commanding position right now. But we don't, so we aren't. Having the mirror image for that board clear was essential. Without that, we would have already lost. Polymorph and Fireball are really big right now. Pyroblast obviously wins the game. Everything else, really don't mind. And this threatens lethal next turn. The funny thing is, even if I didn't Deadly Dagger or I had Deadly Poison, I would have threatened lethal next turn. So this is actually probably a bad play. I could have held that in hand, and
The light does not
if in some situation it was Acidic Swamp Ooze and removal for this, I would have still won.
Well played.
Boom. Bang. Oh man, okay, so that's what, our second win? That one was deserved. We had to make some very tough calls there to make certain that we pushed enough damage at the right times and kept enough value on the field so that we could eventually win the game. Bad cards, man. Ooh, bad cards. Ooh. I should check exactly how many wins I got the first time that I did this challenge,
Valera
because
versus Thrall.
I can't imagine it was many at all.
Doomhammer.
Watch your...
Do I keep Betrayal early? Like, is Betrayal important enough to me to keep early? Against a Shaman that can cast, you know... I think against a Shaman, because of Flame Tongue Totem and because of Feral Spirits, Spirit Wolves, that's why I'm going to keep Betrayal. Because if the Shaman floods the board, I lose the game.
The pleasure is mine.
So I have an obvious curve. Zombie Chow, Unstable, or Dagger, depending on what's better. It's actually going to be a significant choice between the two. Considering the low value of my cards, I could even eviscerate that. I'm gonna rely on my opponent not having a silence. Or a health buff. Oh god, that would be bad. Don't do that. Don't Shattered Sun Cleric it. Please. Oh. No, 3 damage gets him out of the situation. I fucked up. Yeah, so 3 direct damage. So Rock Biter Weapon, Power Mace, Lightning Bolt, Crackle, Lava Burst, I guess. All of those things get my opponent out of this tricky situation, so I guess I'm pretty annoyed. Let's think about it logistically, though. I use 2 cards, they use 2 cards. That card has overloaded them for this turn. They're either going to cast a tiny little minion or Totem Call, okay. That's fine by me. I'm going to coin out the Demolisher. I was considering whether or not I wanted to coin the Bomb Lobber this turn. And the reason I would have wanted to do that is just to develop a minion on the field. With Betrayal and Conceal and Eviscerate in my hand, I might want to just start playing obscenely aggressively and just hope my opponent doesn't have board removal. That's what it's really down to at this point with this deck. It's just... Can't really do anything about that. That's what it's down to at this point with this deck. You kind of just have to hope that your opponent doesn't have the direct counter that will win them the game. And it's very likely for an opponent to have board removal, right? Lightning Storm, Forked Lightning, Wild Pyromancer, just there's a fair few things that could be employed by the opponent at this point. And I just have to hope they don't have any of that. How much damage can I push safely this turn? So, I'm thinking I want to attack with both and I want to get the Cold Blood buff off, right? So I want to conceal this behind this already being a big taunt. Or do I give up 2 damage just to conceal both of them? I think I give up 2 damage just to conceal both. So I'll use that first. Then Cold Blood this, run it in, conceal, hit the face. I figure if I'm not super aggressive, I'm just gonna lose the game anyway. So this turn, I have lethal on the... God damn it! What did I just say about the seating position, Ryan? For some reason, I'm just like, yeah, fine, let's sit. If they don't heal themselves this turn, or somehow destroy my minions in stealth, we will win the game. Assassinate, attack the face, we win. So, that was a very, very calculated risk.
Well played.
And I am so glad it paid off, because now I can actually celebrate having gotten 2 wins. It's the exact same thing I was talking about with the Conceal. That's exactly what I was talking about, that kind of a situation there, where we use the Conceal to just allow our damage, our board state, to persevere for just 1 turn so we can push lethal. It was literally down to the final point of it. So... I'm just wondering if the early play, where I didn't eviscerate, if that ended up winning me the game. Because it pushed 2 damage later, but...
Valera versus Geralt.
What did they develop on the turn after? They did Lava. Actually, that would have won me the game. The fact that it forced the progression of the game in the way that it ended up going was super important. This is surprisingly good for protecting my Demolisher. It also means that if I draw Direwolf Alpha, I'm actually in a really good situation.
The pleasure is mine.
Ready for action!
Since I have a solid curve, there's no reason to coin Annoyatron. Look, the Annoyatron can sit right next to the Goldshear Footman, which it is infinitely better than.
Wanna blow something up?
Don't you fucking dare. Thank you. There's no reason for me to make that attack. When I have 2 taunted minions, no reason for me to do it. What would put me in dismay to see this turn?
I wonder.
I think maybe the worst thing for me would be a Frothing Berserker. That's not going to be the worst thing for me. So do I attack, coin, Deadly Poison? You know, I'm actually scared enough of charging threats that I will do that.
Here we go.
Look, Ma, we seized early game advantage. Woo, yeah. I'm looking at the Pint-Sized Summoner Demolisher with the coin next turn, and then that would force the turn after being a viable play for Frost elemental on 5 mana. So now, basically, this puts out a lot of super utility minions. Also, it's really important, as I was talking about with the Mana Worm earlier, to look at your opponent's cards and go, look, if they drafted this, they probably have this, this, and this. If you drafted the Dread Corsair, you probably have a lot of weapons. Excellent. I think I actually might go with the Bolt of Visoga instead. He says as he immediately plays it. So yes, I will go with the Bolt of Visoga instead. Conceal will probably win me the game if I draw it.
Take the hit.
That's an unfortunate card for my opponent to have got. Please. Damn it. Just thinking. You'll have to understand, it'll take me a while. So I'll freeze this. Okay, I have to waste 1 mana. And that's the correct positioning, yes. I'll freeze this so that I can move that across in that direction. And then beat down on that face. So I have 12, maybe 14 damage facing my opponent next turn, depending on just the board, and 12-14 depending on whether my Demolisher hits the face.
One shot, one.
Oh, execute. Fuck you. I wish I'd made that attack now. Oh, conceal. Fuck yes. Okay, conceal that. Then unstable. No, this is correct. Yes.
This is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Okay, attack with that, and then with that. Place that here, and then conceal. Told you, conceal would be our win condition. Now I need to hope my opponent doesn't have taunts, doesn't have lethal, or if they have taunts, I need to top deck assassinate.
What now?
I also could have considered making a play that leaves... Ooh, that's a desperation play. I could have considered making a play that leaves the Unstable Ghoul unstealthed, so I would have done all of my concealing before I played the Unstable Ghoul, and then it would be a Taunt Shield. That's actually probably a play I should have considered, considering I have so much damage available here.
Well played.
So it's not like I was starved for damage, so it's not like I needed the extra 2. Of playing the Gnomish Inventor over the Unstable Ghoul. Okay. That actually probably would have been correct in retrospect. If we didn't draw Conceal, we would have lost that game. I'll just say it now. We immediately would have lost that game had we not gotten Conceal at the time that we got it. So... the fact that we are going 4-1 is actually astonishing to me. I'm having difficulty comprehending the number 4 at this point. How?
Valera
I blame my opponents. Actually, no, I blame Conceal. Conceal can be really good in an aggressive deck.
Watch.
Which actually, I think, means that I have severely, many times in my life, undervalued Conceal. Is Assassin's Blade good enough for me to keep in my opening hands? Considering I usually get a good curve. I have 2 1-drops that I want to mulligan strongly for, though. Just because of the strength of the 1-drops. I guess I've got 3 1-drops. Although the Deadly Poison isn't a 1-drop. It's just 1 mana. The difference is you don't drop it on 1 mana, right? I'm just thinking. Do I develop a Direwolf Alpha and just feed it into the Thresher? I can't. I can't do that.
So many options.
As much as I need to be an aggressive deck, I can't throw away a card. Oh my god. Okay, now we're really good. Basically, this just became the worst 2-drop in the game. Actually, no. It was basically 2 mana, deal 5 damage to your face, summon a 3/2, draw a card. Okay, I guess if you look at it in that way, it's okay. Direwolf Alpha,
Can't do that.
coin out the Gold Shiftfootman. I'll put it on this side. It shouldn't matter in the rogue deck or against a warlock deck, but I usually like to put the minions on the left side that I want to have attacked. Or want to make attacks. So basically anything not utility. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I guess I still get to get my Dagger Mastery off. So, my opponent has drafted a zoo deck. This is a zoo deck, clearly. Huh. That is probably the best draw I could have made. Excellent. Unless, of course, I guess the worst case scenario is either Dark Bomb Mortal Coil or Soulfire would be. Okay, so I have to take damage killing that, unfortunately.
Here we go.
So that's 5 damage to my face. Should work. But I've also developed a 3/1 weapon. I don't have a strong curve right now. That's probably one of the biggest problems that we're facing right now. My curve is so weak. My card draw is so weak. My board position, guess what? Shit's weak. Oh my god, why did you have to miss? Alright. I need Deadly Cold Blood. That's not a Cold Blood. It's actually not worth my while even attacking. I need my opponent to make the attack. Slow them down. Ah. And that's how a game ends. Oh! Maybe not.
Here we go.
Maybe not. I am bleeding health. I'm trying to think what combination of things would put me in a good position. And it can't involve using my weapon to hit stuff, because otherwise I will lose if I keep doing that. This is pretty reliant on my opponent not having 1 damage, but if they don't have 1 damage, I can clear up. They have 1 damage. Nice to see you! Was really missing you, Dread Infernal. Fuck it. I really don't know what I can do now. That doesn't help. I mean, I guess that helps next turn. So the play here is for the Dread Infernal to attack into this, so that I can use my Archmage to trade with it equally. Yes, I'm offering a 2-for-1, because that is the best that I can get. Hey, Betrayal would be mad useful right now. Betrayal would actually be the best card. Yeah, Betrayal. So it's the only... Okay. That is a collated amount of damage. Okay, so...
I'll show them. I'll show them.
My opponent has 14 damage facing me. This is going to be our second loss. Now, I don't think that this can actually sustain any other wins than it has already done. Why would you trade? You're in such a good position. Unless you think that I'm suddenly going to kill you somehow. And here's the Dark Bomb for lethal? No, it's a Wolf Rider. Well played.
Well played.
Steal the win with a concede. Oh, I didn't concede in time. Dang it. Concede matter too weak. Let's update that score tracker again. Not going so well. Suddenly, everything looks horrible. Although I did get 3 legitimate wins with it, and another win as well, so, as far as I'm concerned, challenge complete. Yes. I should get about 60 gold back for this. 4 wins, that's 60 gold, right? I guess that's fine. Combined with the challenges I completed today and the amount of games that I played in casual, should probably give me just a little bit. Time are we at? Okay. I'm just checking the time because I have to edit this immediately after I finish it, and then upload and render and all of that jazz. Nope. Bad opening hand. I will note, a lot of the times that we won, in fact, specifically all of the times that we won, except for the, rigged match, we had a really good opening hand. We had a solid curve. And I think lacking that solid curve basically means we don't have a chance, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. Summon the boot. No. Oh, cool! I got the thing from the map. Hang on, I think this is boot. This should be boot, right? Yeah, I didn't know that combination did it, right? So that's why I got celebratory when it ended up working out.
Here we go.
Can I afford to kill it? This is probably going to decide the match, by the way. So that's... I'm not even fucking kidding, right? Small, tiny things in the early game snowball. If I kill it, that's actually a strong control play rather than aggression play. I lose 3 health. I put myself in a position where my opponent has the start, coming from behind, and they haven't got coin. That is important, but also I can't develop a credible threat next turn except for the Demolisher. But they are unlikely on 2 mana to develop anything that will destroy a Demolisher. Okay. Basically, the only cards would be Succubus and Millhouse Manastorm by themselves that would do that. This is, of course, all based on me relying that my opponent actually does have another 2-drop. So there's the Conceal, but I don't have strong minions to back it up right now. I should have attacked! Oh, I'm a piece of shit. I could kill that next turn if I did it right, but I didn't because I'm bad. Oh. Regardless of what this hits, I would have been able to kill that next turn. Boo.
I'll show them.
Here we go.
And it would have utilized the mana. Okay, I should have attacked the Mech Warper on that turn. If I did, I would have a 1-2. My opponent wouldn't have that 2-2. I'd have a little bit less health, but I'd also have 2 credible threats to the Tinkertown Technician, and I'd be able to outnumber them. Yeah. Not making that attack is very, 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 very likely to lose me the game. If that's a duplicate, by the way, I've already lost, so I have to just check it. Fuck! Oh, I closed my eyes and I was listening for the sound of it. So I knew it wasn't a duplicate. I kind of hoped that it was a counterspell or something like that. But then, later in the game, I'll be really annoyed if it's a counterspell, so I guess... fuck that. Opponent's gonna be in a super strong position. Removing the microbot is a bad idea. Are you gonna keep this stealthed? You are. Yep, I lose. I mean, there's no aggression play that doesn't have me dying 2 turns from now. Assassinate.
So many
Assassinate, attack,
options.
conceal. If this is counterspell, I lose. Or if it's vaporize, I lose.
Here we go.
Okay. What can win me the game? Top deck Deadly Poison. Wait, did I already use Deadly Poison? Did I already use Deadly Poison? I'm just thinking. Top deck Deadly Poison. That doesn't even get close. This is the closest I can get with all of the cards in my deck.
Here we go. Well played.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out, guys. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, giving them the Tiger was actually not as important as it appeared, because we were still another turn away and ability for removal from winning, so we still would have needed more damage on top of not having the Tiger in that position. It's fine. What am I going to call this deck? Like, I think I called the last one Left Wing. Or did I call it Right Wing? I think I might have called it Right Wing. This should be Left Wing if I did. 75, that's pretty good. Come on. Give me that Dr. Boom. That boom boom power, that Jack in my house. Muster for Battle, that's actually really good, and Sabotage is a card as well. I'm really glad to have Muster for Battle. It actually might spur me to make a new Paladin deck with the Quartermaster Muster for Battle combinations. Regardless of all of that, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. We've been playing a Rogue, we picked all of the cards on the left-hand side, and therefore the arena is going to be called Left Wing, or if I've already called one Left Wing, I'll call it Left Wing 2. It's been a request by Asaf Simkovich. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does help me get my content out to new people. There's also a playlist in the description down below for Arena, Ranked, and Adventures. The Ranked series is going on at the moment. It's actually getting really exciting, personally, I feel, at least. Yeah. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time, I guess. Oh, hang on. I forgot to update the stores. Whoops.